All right. I'm pretty much just looking to go dollar yen long on this dollar news, or yen news. My mistake, as SPPI. The open on Tokyo is basically long. There's pretty much just launched from the news level at the open. It's not something I would normally do, trading it at the open. Just too risky in my mind. It could have some good payoffs, but I'm not sure if the payoffs justify taking it as such. Always keep forgetting to turn that off. So I may not get the pullback I want on this trade. I'm just gonna have to kind of like to wait for a pullback, some pullback. I'll give it like another minute or so to try to give me a better entry. But it is something I do want to get in sooner than later if it keeps going, because I don't think this would be a very long move. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get in there. Of course, everyone's stops would be here if they're long. I don't like doing these types of breakout trades. But on my sample size, it told me to get in sooner. And there's that pullback I was waiting for. All right, so I wasn't patient enough. So if I'm right on this idea, I wasn't patient enough. Oh yeah. Actually, I'm gonna put on another order here to get my risk up a little bit. Ooh, it's not good. It's pulling back close to the level, but this is an area I would look to get in if I wasn't already in the trade. So yeah, so ideally I want to risk, about $3 per trading idea. So if I get stopped out, I'm like not losing as much as I want. Uh, the people at Magic Keys finally got to me, so I gotta try what they recommended. Let's see if that helps. Anyways. If I get stopped out, I would look to reverse this. Well, there that goes. So now if I get stopped out both ways, then I'm not going to participate this anymore. I'm wondering if I should have had a tighter stop on this one. That's fine. I'll notate it for next time. I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, Ashton, what's up?
Oh, hey Sam.
How are you?
Good man. How are you doing?
Good. Good.
Just
What do you?
so you're aware, this is being recorded.
Yeah. No, that's all. I just thought
Hold
I'd
on a
jump.
second. Just so you're aware, this is being recorded.
Yeah. No, I saw that.
Can you hear me still?
Yep. Yeah. Can you hear me?
So you might want to not have your voice on here.
Oh, sure.
I don't know.
No, not a problem.
You can talk in the chat. I think I messed something up here with my sound. Okay, cool. Well, welcome. I was actually going to sign off in like 10 minutes, but since you're on here, I'll stay on for a few more. Because essentially, like, I don't plan to like stay on forever while the trade, works out or doesn't work out. If it's taking forever, I don't want to sit in front of a chart for hours on end, which is why I choose trading the news. Just because I believe it will give me my result faster. And yeah, I'm glad you did. So yeah, just it took this long at first and I failed. Essentially, I got stopped out on my news move, and I just went ahead and reversed it. And I'm thinking that I could have had a tighter stop on it. I'm only looking at the dollar yen in particular. I'm going kind of counter trend, which I don't like as well, but that's the direction it's going. So that's the yen SPPI right there. So I went long because it seemed like it was going to be continuing with its like higher time frame trend, but the supply of yesterday's high is holding, and it broke the news level, so that's why I got into a short. And now I'm just letting it work. If this trade doesn't work and it comes up and it stops me out, to me, then it's not doing what it's supposed to do for probability's sake. And then, I just move on and I'm on to the next trade. So anyways, that's my thought process of, what I did today, more or less. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know how long this will take to stop me out or to work. I'm just gonna kind of not like leave it alone entirely because it is a corrective move. I would look to secure profit probably faster on it. So if I get like 1.5 R or 2 R from it, which I think is a stretch because my stop's like way up here on the pivot, would have to get down to about here to get 2R. That's possible. But yeah. It came up and it tested the level here. So the other thing about these news moves is that rather than it being a level that works in a particular direction, sometimes it ends up being a level that becomes a bull bear zone. And it just becomes kind of like the central point of an expanding range. And then also it can give you an idea of how long the trade could work for or not work for. So you could be like maybe a little bit more realistic with your targets. So if I get stopped out, then I am going to anticipate it's going to be one of those bull bear situations where it just goes up, stays above, goes a little higher, then holds below, goes a little lower, and so on and so forth until there's some other news event that comes out. All right, it's getting pushed back down from that same news level. We just need it to hold and of course just continue. But that's about it. And when it had stopped me out of that news move, it had done it with some pretty strong momentum from what had been happening. So that's another thing. All right, hey. You're on camera. You're being recorded. Apologize for my dog. So management wise, I would just check in on this trade every like 30 minutes or so to see, if it's continuing the way that I want or not. All right, now it is. So yeah, I think it just stopped those people out. Good thing about corrective moves is that when you are right on them, it's kind of nice to see how you're stopping out all the people who are just blindly taking the trend. And they're just taking level after level after level. And a lot of times that's why, we get screwed, or I think we get screwed as traders, is that we get so good at our technical analysis. And then it's just like, oh no, this is a level, strong demand, it's trending long. It's just like, yeah, that is the higher probability trade, but at some point, everyone's going to get stopped out. You just got time when that happens. I see the news event as a good opportunity to stop people out. Oh, that's a nice surprise. I was just looking down at my phone and then it's just like, oh, it's moving. See, in the video earlier, I said I was like a little like worried that I should have been tighter with my stop, because now like my perception's a little skewed because I have a wider stop. I'm going to go for a bigger target. And I technically knew I could have had a tighter stop on this. That's frustrating because if I had a tighter stop, then I would already be up 2R on this trade, and it didn't cross the invalidation point. To be honest, I may have been a little scared, which is why I put my stop above the pivot versus the news level. It's always easier for the mind to see, oh yeah, that's the pivot, rather than the news level that's like right snap in the middle. Snack dab in the middle. All right, yeah. Hey. So it pulled back to the news level and then went short. And then that was the trade that I was describing and looking for. And like I said, that's why I knew that I could have had my stop tighter, because I could have had my stop right above the news level. And if I did, I would already be up like 3-4R on this trade. So that's my bad. Instead, I put my stop at the safer point above the pivot, which isn't wrong. It's just, you know, scared money don't make money. And I fell victim to that. So anyways, that's an example of how it works. And that's pretty much what I try to do is that I have this methodology and process with the news levels. And this is kind of my journey of becoming better at it. And by being transparent and saying what I'm doing and hearing myself say it out loud, hopefully then I will act on what I'm saying. So like if my brain or something tries to prevent me from doing something that I know is right, if I record myself saying it and I hear myself say it enough times, then I'm conditioning myself to act appropriately. So in this situation is that I knew I was going to flip my position, and my stop was too wide. So that's the honest truth here. I hope you can benefit from that. I'm going to probably sign off soon if you don't have any questions. I try to keep these to 30 minutes, 40 minutes. All right. So did you see it work though? That was the news candle that happened on the yen at 750, right? It goes long, volatility stop out, pulls back into the level, and then goes short for what would have been a 3-4 hour trade if I just executed a little bit better. Now I'll be lucky if I get 2R out of this trade. And that only pays for my first initial loser and a little bit of profit. So kind of kicking myself because this should have been a nice turnaround for me and it wasn't. But I can't do that. The good part is that I chose my level. I had an if then scenario. I knew that if I got stopped out there, I would go short as fast as possible. I did. So I executed my plan as it happened, and I see opportunity where I can get better. Yeah. So because of that, I know that realistically, if I was up 3-4R for the day, I would be done with this trading idea. I wouldn't be trading it. I wouldn't be sitting in it longer, right? So because I wouldn't be sitting in it longer, I would already be out on this pullback. It makes me say to myself, well, I messed up on the trade, so I'm trading P&L. I'm not trading the move itself. So the move itself technically has already happened for something that would pay me off the way that I would want it to. And another version of myself would have already been done trading. So me holding on to this is not necessarily a good thing. And if I get out and it continues going short, then that is fine because I know how I could have executed this better the following time. So I don't need to hold on to this trade. So therefore, I hear myself say it, I get out. It's not as much of a profit as I would want. I only came back like $1 of what I lost. All right, hold on. Like maybe, yeah, only came back like $1 of what I lost. And that's it. So there you go. I will try to be back on for the London Euro, which I would find to be more of a continuous movement than this one. This one is a news trade that I don't stay in for a very long period of time. So with those things kind of coming together, that's why I'm going to go ahead and end this, buddy. So I'll see you on for the next one.